Navi US. They were added at the last moment into the grid. So now Navi US will be playing up against the Business Gaming. So I wish all the best of luck to the Business Gaming. It's definitely going to be a fun time for these guys. Considering I actually know one of these people, there's a former Join Dota staff member, Diamond. She was actually a writer for Join Dota for a while. So I wish her all the best of luck in this game. They definitely were having some jolly conversations inside the lobby before they started. So I think they've been hoping that things will go well for them. While Navi US, it seems like they're picking up exactly where TI left off. Faceless Void as well as Skywrath Mage as well as Razor and Lycan Van. It couldn't be any more TI if you, like, it actually couldn't. It literally couldn't. Yes, but as far as the Business Gaming goes, they've been at the Doombringer, they've been at the Tidehunter, and Earthshaker as well. I got a funny feeling they just don't like going up against the Tidehunter and the Doombringer because you're letting other heroes get through like Skywrath and Void. You've got to understand what you're getting yourself into. There's just, yeah. But they get the Brewmaster and the Venomancer. Now, Brewmaster going to have a very, very rough time going up against Skywrath Mage, mainly because like you look at it and you go, okay, well, Skywrath Mage is going to completely destroy the Brewmaster because Brewmaster doesn't go BKB, so all he's going to do is just seal him at the right time. It's a very instant kind of thing. You got to face his forward as well with the Chrono, so you're also controlling him inside of that one. Venomancer is slow as well, obviously do nothing when Void's speeding himself around inside the Chrono, so you've already got the nukage combination to kill off the Brewmaster, and harassment from Skywrath, he will definitely win over the Venomancer in any lane. So Navi US can, even if they want to, they could run an aggressive dual lane with this, knowing they could zone out a Venomancer this early on. And Venomancer doesn't really offer much to help the Brewmaster. Like, it's not a lot of control. What we have is basically slow and harassment out of lane. But Skywrath Mage wins on the harassment. I know I'm actually a very big advocate for Venomancer, like a massive advocate for Venomancer, because I really enjoy watching the hero being played. But I also have to admit a lot of his flaws, and that's the fact that you just don't do enough in the early stages of the laning, because you don't bring any stun to the team. The slow is great, the ult in the later portion of the game is great, but I kind of subscribe to the Book of Trixie, and it should only be run as a Venomancer off lane. That's kind of where I feel that hero ends up. So maybe TBG could still be doing that. They do pick up a Pugner, so this can work nicely in two ways, but it also can destroy him in others. Is the fact that Pugner can force a lot of extra early pressure onto the tower. You got Death Prophet as well as the Faceless Void. These heroes take a little bit more time to come up and running, unless you're running an offlane Void, which is definitely a possibility, because then Chrono comes up and TBG's pushing power actually becomes really, really limited then. They need to have a huge tank on the front lines that can just take it all and not have to worry about getting silenced. But yeah, it's getting to a point for the Venomancer too. Like Venomancer, you could use it in conjunction with the Pugner to try and force that lane, so you have high-level Plague Wards. But as a support hero, you're not going to get your level 4 Plague Wards at any decent time. Not in the time frame which you're going to need for to be ready when the Pugner starts pushing. So technically, the two heroes could force the lane. And Undying comes up. Okay, it's a full aggro try. It's ballsy. The Undying might actually push him far enough over the edge to make this work. Also, shout out to Nox KN, who somehow has managed to tag our Join Dota Red and complete black. That is wonderful.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Someone says also Dota TV sound's not working.
5 seconds.
I'm gonna double check this. Not now. It might actually be turned off because Cap was playing with subscribers before. So we need... Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. So now we can say I apologize to everyone. I didn't double check that before we started today's broadcast. Greetings to everyone inside of Dota TV. And when we can give a shout out to Chisoni, who asked for that to be repaired for your viewing pleasure. So if you do have a ticket, iLead ticket is inside the store. You can buy it up. Of course, I clicked no only because I know by casting it, I actually get myself a free access ticket. So, yay! But yeah, Undying as well as Venomancer. They're going to try and go all out here. The question is, they try and do it with the Pugner. Because you could run a Brewmaster on the safe lane, you could run then the Pugner in the middle lane, and then find an aggressive hero which has some level of stun. Let Pugner just play his lane out in the mid, and you try and find these heroes that can get kills on the top lane up against Dazzle as well as Skywrath. Now, Treant is the ban here. That's an interesting one from Brax. I'm not quite 100% sure what he's considering here, unless he's still thinking that's a core Venomancer with an Undying as well as a Treant. You could have actually forced the lane out a little bit more, left Venomancer on the bottom, Brewmaster in the mid, and then like Tree Undying Pugner. That wouldn't work because you're running 2 melee on the offlane. No, I don't understand why Brax is banning that hero, especially when you pick up an Ancient Apparition. His Ice Blast is like the perfect counter to that one. But this also now means that we're running, what, a core Skywrath, a core Dazzle, or a core AA. It will have to be one of these heroes being a core for Navi US. It's going to be an interesting time. As TBG, final hero pickup. How are you guys going to do these lanes? Is it a core Veno? See, a support Venomancer on an aggro lane I can kind of go with. I almost want this to be a Kotl. And I know I can't believe I'm suggesting this, but if you actually run a Kotl, like your nuke to the creep waves and your ability to keep pushing is really fantastic. And then you run the Undying as a core or the Venomancer as a core. I wouldn't be caring which one, but they go with Silencer instead. Okay, well, how do you deal with getting sealed and completely controlled? You grab yourself a Silencer. That's the way they're going to do it, and it's going to be a core Skywrath Mage in this game. So the Death Prophet, Void, as well as Skywrath will be the cores. And then, yeah, they'll let the battle continue after that. All right, we're going to get ourselves inside the game. I also have to tweet out something very, very quickly. As it appears, I have a... No. I'll wait till the end of the game to reveal the full roster. But I've just been given the full roster of Team Tinker.
10
So yeah,
seconds remaining.
I'll reveal that one. I'll reveal that one at the conclusion of this game. All right, into the game we go. So TBG, let's watch their lanes nice and closely. Hey, also we need
Prepare
to. Okay,
for battle.
that's going to get annoying until the end of this game. Realize I didn't modify that either. Oh yeah, there we go. Smooth and silky. All right. So sneaking, Brax faces Void. Everyone's coming top, and this is rightly so. They need to make sure there's no warding basically past this line. If the warning comes up past this line, they'll see where the supports are, and Navi US can find themselves in a bit of a sticky situation. And what they are going to be doing here, TBG, is running a support Venomancer as well as a support Undying, even though he does have this nice little ring of protection early on. Yeah, that's going to be a core Pugner. We have a core Silencer solo mid, and that leaves Panda as the bottom lane Brewmaster. Interesting combinations when you look at them, especially considering this top lane doesn't house a single stun. Not one. Like, not even a mini stun exists for this lineup. They have a lot of slow, they have a lot of control. Unfortunately for them too, what they level up first is the Venomous Gale. Now Venomous Gale is a bit of it's a double edge. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Because if you level up the Gale early on, you throw it out, it's like, okay, we get the slow, that's brilliant. But that's all you get. And it really comes with a big negative side effect. And that's the potential for denial. And when you're running an aggro tri-lane, you really can't have heroes getting denied. You need to be on top of it. Like, you need to make sure every single last hit goes your way. So obviously when you got burst damage from Pugner in the later levels, it's not going to be as much of a problem. But it's just that level 1 gank that comes. I realize too, we've kind of like overlapped our overlays. Whoops. Let me get rid of that one. All right. So the top lane defense, 1437 may be considering a shallow grave as well. So Korok runs a safe lane Skywrath, so Snaking takes in that Death Prophet towards the mid. And then Brax gets the off-lane Brewmaster up against him. Void on Brew. So melee versus melee, it's kind of like we just moved our middle lane over. And this lane is just weird. The Sniper going up against the Death Prophet is definitely not a hero combination we normally see. And I'm interested to see who's really going to come out on top of this one too. Like in the early stages of the game, like it can go either way. Like Snaking, he's gonna make sure he's got enough mana that he can keep on spamming out his Crypt Swarm, because he's gonna get cursed or just annoyed by Quilly, because he'll try and bait out every single ability he possibly can, and force Death Prophet to use abilities before he really wants to, because he doesn't want to force out the lane like this. Like attacking into the creep wave, like just pushes the creep wave underneath the tier 1 tower of the Radiant side, which works out nicely for them. Man, Quilly dropping so low. Maybe this is the first timing now. Yep, Diamond a little bit too far up and has no decay stolen. And that's going to be a double kill right there. So I wasn't quite sure exactly how this offlane was really meant to function. You got Skywrath Mage, who's one of the greatest controlling heroes in the game. But then you give bonus damage from Chilling Touch, as well as technically a secondary slow and lifeline from the Dazzle. You put all these things together, and an aggro tri-lane's really not going to work unless you have a high amount of control. And the Undying doesn't have that. Like, the Undying has to have decay, but when Diamond went down just then, she didn't have any decay, like no decay stolen, like no strength stolen, I should say. Decay is the ability, strength is what she steals. Which means there was no buff up to the Undying at all. Needs to spam that out and really keep the Skywrath Mage, like, fragile. That's going to be the goal right now. But you're already seeing Na'Vi US. It's a semi-rotation coming towards that middle lane, but no one that's actually going to do anything, though. They can try and have a crack at Korok. Well, they've used the Gale, but... Okay, you up too far. Up too far. Poison Touch. I think a concussive shot went over to the Pugna. That wasn't the plan. That was meant to hit the Venomancer. Now the Chilling Touch bonus damage is there, so they can get rid of the Pugna Ward at least. And if that concussive shot connected over on the Venomancer, he'd be dead right now. Like, there would be no question in my mind about it. He will be dead right now. Hey, look, they are aggressive Observer Ward. I say aggressive. It's halfway up the lane. It's just so they know when they fall back. The second the hero goes this direction. If Na'Vi US are aware of the movement of these supports, they can always be prepared. Especially 1437. He's the man tasked with keeping this lane alive. While Korok gets more and more fun. He's going to pick up Arcane Boots probably shortly too. And with the Arcane Boots, he's just going to nuke the crap out of everybody. And not just him. The rest of his team. You give Dazzle as well as Ancient Apparition never-ending mana. Well, no, obviously not never-ending. It's not as though we're at the Fountain of Life right now. Sneaking. It's a rough... Oh, wow. Really? Really? Counting... Yo, dude! Regeneration Rune! Oh, if he actually triggers this now and Silencer is able to stop it. Okay, this should be a little bit of trouble. While top lane is definitely being initiated on, I'm going to keep with Snaking for the moment. He'll survive. Up to top lane we go. 1437. He's going to take a fall. Getting that tombstone down. The Dazzle on the sidelines. No point up in Shallow Grave. So they may at least get one kill up on this top lane, but it's not the one they're searching for. I would say they were searching for Korok, but at the same time, Korok, even if he dies, it's not going to matter as much. Every hero on this top lane, I'm not going to say is as important in each other, but they don't really fall behind at all. Like 1437 as well as Fogged already have a lot of levels on this top lane. Hitting the level 6 for the Ancient Apparition is obviously important, not as much for 1437. But these two guys here, Fogged and Korok, they're the two most important heroes to hit level 6. 1437 just needs someone who has Arcane Boots on this top. And you're going to see it with this last hit now. Actually, whoops. You're going to see it with this last hit now. There we go. Arcane Boots is up and running. So, becomes a lot more of a spam fest now up on the top lane. Meanwhile, on off lane, I was talking about this as well. You think about the pushing timing of a Pugna. You're not finding early burst levels over on this Pugna. So, it's only 2 points up in the Nether Blast. So, forcing out towers really doesn't hurt anything. Of course, Sneaking, however, he can. And he also does something which is very, very uncharacteristic for a Death Prophet. And that's the fact he's leveled Exorcism at level 6. Most Death Prophets we've been looking at just go points up in Witchcraft. Until you get 4 points up in Witchcraft, you don't even really consider using your ultimate. So you just max out Witchcraft as well as Crypt Swarm. And then at level 9 you'll go into your Exorcism. Maybe level 10, depending if you really need a level of Silence. And he's done a large amount of harassment damage towards the mid tower, so it's completely understandable why he's doing it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's an unusual decision, but the right one. Maybe even to the point he could have forced out a rotation. Ha! Fogged! You're dead. Necrofy, Blast, Decay, much through the tree line to drop the tombstone. Maybe he's not dead. They can turn this one now. Korok, he's got the seal going off, and with Chilling Touch bonus damage, Brax, Chronos on 3. Oh, this is not nice. Undying's going to go down. The Pugnant, he focuses him as well, because he's the furthest one away, and then into the Venomancer. Great time for Brax to TP himself up and to become part of the engagement. A 3-for-0 engagement on the top lane to Navi US. Looking nice and strong. Oh, I also just realized, I apologize too. It appears Capitalist never changed back what game we were playing. I'll modify that now. Alright, we're not playing Transistor anymore. You might have to refresh your pages for it. I might have to restart the live stream at some point for it too, but hopefully not. Alright. So the push coming on the top lane. Concussive shot into the Pugner with the orb damage right behind it. They can't force out the tower though. This is the real downside about this defensive tri lane. It's tower sniping. So they get a kill. And not much more is going to happen beyond that. But you're seeing Snaking. He knows what he can do. He's got a catapult behind him. He'll trigger Rexism and they'll take a tier 1 tower anyway. And there is nothing the Silencer can do to stop this. He's not a counter push kind of guy. Pugner way too low. And the Gale off target. Korok, he might even decide to turn on this one right now. Not enough damage. Not enough control either. Because we do still have a, I want to say a 0-stun lineup. Well, Silencer actually went down then. He was committing sneaking. But you no one taking up the tower. You didn't have to take up the tower that last point. So Silencer will get the kill on the Death Prophet, but Death Prophet got it first, so she gets the levels and, of course, the tier 1 tower. But actually killed it by the Dire Side, so didn't even get the last hit goal for that. Void Chrono's about to come off cooldown. This Brewmaster, okay. Well, let's actually think about what this Brewmaster is really meant to do. There's a lot of controls coming out from Navi US. So what is he meant to do when he jumps in? He blinks in, he can get instantly sealed. So all this money, which is being saved up right now by Panda. Also, I farted immediately that his name is Panda playing Brewmaster. All that money could count for nothing. Blink in, instantly sealed. Blinked in, Chrono. Obviously, Chrono will take a little bit longer to trigger. But potentially, that's what's there. And yes, thanks very much to the subs who were letting me know. And, well, hello, combo. As I'm looking over towards the chat. So, Chrono into Skywrath Mage Ultimate. That's the combo with TI. You notice too how quickly that ward goes down. That's a level 1 Plague Ward. It's so... Oh, wait, what? It can actually soak up 2 hits? Ah, it's level 2 now, that's fine. I say level 1 Plague Ward can't soak up 2 hits from a tower. But this just starts feeding over... Actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's experience and gold coming out from Plague Wards. Definitely gold, of course. Silencer now gets hunted down as well as Skyrim. Man, you seal up a Silencer, he can't really do anything. The Gull go on 1 4 3 7, and now your TP's coming in as well. And this is going to be Void causing a big problem. He's going to leap into the Chrono. Actually, he has no Chrono. Of course, he uses on the bottom lane, but he's going for the Venomancer. Leave for a time lock. Finally is able to pick one up. Needs one last hit, and there it goes. And he got Pugner as well as Brewmaster backing up. This is Brewmaster forced to rotate before he's really ready. And Snaking with a DD rune, he's going to get it with just one attack at a Crypt Swarm. And he knew how much he could push just then. Level 4 Crypt Swarm as well as a DD rune. Traveling into a Pugner who's got so little life points. And now they go straight into pushing the advantage. Exorcism is up, and they can 4-man top lane. Curse the Silent being an melee creep, probably not the most intentional thing they ever did. But now they turn themselves around. No, still no Global Silence. It's a level 8 Silencer, who is 4-0-4. AEL is going to connect as well. Diamond will die right now. Brax jumps in, even just to slow it down. But Panda, taking way too much damage, will finally go for the split. Waited as long as he possibly could. Now, how much collateral damage can they inflict onto Navi US? We go more curses over on Snaking. Heal should die right now. Navi US, there's not enough mana. Maybe with the heal, Snaking can survive this one. Leap up. Nope, he will explode. The Brewmaster is able to get the kill. That was really unfortunate for the Dazzle. He was only short by maybe 10, 20 mana. But he tried to wait out as long as he possibly could there, 1-4-3-7, so then he could shallow grave onto the crop. But unfortunately, he just, triggered the stick charges, needed a couple more abilities to actually be spent before he had enough charges to really battle it. And because of that, he is unable to save his teammate with the shallow grave. Just tried to go for the heal and delay it, and that was almost enough, but he needed the shallow grave. And whoa, Pugno! Venomancer walks into it too. Okay, to get the kill on Korok maybe is worth it. But when Brax returns, he's got Chrono available. He'll leap himself up, and he can look over towards, okay, Panda or Undying. Chrono is over on the Undying, and then runs himself down. Panda does have his blink now. And there's no time walk available for Brax. Gets rid of the ward to start with. With the stick charge, actually, he would have had enough for it. The Undying also tower. Killed off by that one Radiant melee creep. So TBG still at least get themselves a tower. That's nice for them. With Arcade Boost as well as a Blink Dagger over on the Brewmaster. See what he had to do. Wait out the entire team fight before he can battle. I still can't believe there's no Global Silence. I really can't believe he hasn't leveled up Global Silence. Now, Yule Scepter sends up in the air, brings him down. Concussive Bolts as well as one more Crib Swarm. He's actually still silenced for the moment. Right-click damage is enough to get the kill. A Global Silence is like one of the most important things he could have to stop a Void Chrono, to stop a Skywrath Mage.
Radiant's bottom tower.
But he went for 4. Yeah, okay, now he's got it. Level 9. But Diamond, yeah, they've lost so much momentum already. The tier 1 tower will drop on the bottom lane. That's all tier 1 towers gone. 4 for 16. For everyone out there who's probably been like, can I look at net worth and things like that? I've been avoiding it for a very good reason, but I really can't avoid it anymore. And this is the reason why. Top 3 belong to Na'Vi US. No surprises there. This game is just fully controlled by them. They are pushing so far ahead. Their experience is almost 10,000. Their gold is over 10,000. Everything they want is there, including Little Doomling's courier, Golden Doomling courier as well. They're bathing in the money that Na'Vi seems to provide them. 1-4-3-7 and Fogged. Pushing up against the wall of wards is never going to work, but they don't really care about this. Right now, it's a couple pickoffs is all they're really searching for, and in 47 seconds, they're going to push down another tower. That's the goal right now. They can keep the pressure on multiple lanes. Brax doing it on the top lane. He knows with the Mask of Madness, he can basically solo almost any hero, and when Kurok's behind him, he can actually kill any hero without any question mark being put on it, including the Brewmaster. Now, 5-man, okay, this kind of feels like TPG just going, all right, balls to the walls. Well, for the people that have those, obviously Diamond doesn't. But push down the middle lane. That's the goal. It's 5-man Dota this. Unfortunately, it could be the very end fight for them because I'm looking at a Void as well as a Skywrath Mage looking to flank them. So this 5-man Dota, it's probably going to get revealed pretty shortly. And now Brax, where's the opening? Leaves himself in, double Chrono. He got Pugna, he got Undying. The Global Silence does come out, but what's it really going to be stopping here? It's a double kill already coming in for Brax. The Yule Scepter will send him up in the air. The Venomancer actually coded up quite nicely on the ultimate, but they all are going to drop here. And this is the problem. They can't 5-man Dota push this one. They need to force a tower when Na'Vi US were out of position. Unfortunately for them, Na'Vi US was never going to get out of position. They were able to force out multiple lanes because of the hero massive advantage they already have. So it only took one hero to be in each of the lanes to win that. And now Brax is even looking to pick up his Maelstrom. With the tower going down, if he gets the last hit, he'll have the money for it. And you see, yeah, we go.
Radiant's middle tower
So Maelstrom will now fly out. With no Exorcism, they may consider holding off on pushing high ground because they also have no Chrono. The weave that hits on the Pugna as well as the Brewmaster. Brewmaster has no split as well, and that's probably... Actually, I don't think that even counted into Na'Vi's calculations. This should be Na'Vi also looking at Roshan shortly. Like, the Maelstrom's coming out, but they should still be looking to have the Aegis model push the advantage beyond contention. They could take tier 2 towers, but just waiting out the 55 seconds with a Roshan kill, that's all they really require. Like our Korok, where are you going, Korok? He's just gone back to heal. Alright. Could have flown out some items for him there. I love too the fact that he went for the Rod of Aoi as his first item. Smoke gank time. I'm interested to see if this kill is possible. Just think about who they can actually try and kill. Ancient Apparition and Skywrath, probably the easiest kills they can get on the map if they're isolated. But you'll need to use Global Silence. You must use Global Silence. And now Void, hey! Jumps in, throws the ulti, Skywrath with it.
That's something good.
And this is why you understand why this combo was played time and time again at TI4. Snaky's actually committing his ultimate to this. I suppose if they want it quick, that's one way to do it. Smoke gank is coming out from TBG, so if we get the bottom tower, Smoke's going to break, so they're over on the tree line. There's no vision coming out from Na'Vi US. Brewmaster blinked himself up. Where's your seal, Korok? Where's your seal? There it is. He waited almost the maximum duration time before Brewmaster would have gone for the split. And now with a drain on Brax, he has to back himself up. Shallow Grave will protect him, but with both... Okay, with Weave going out over on TBG, they're losing the heroes too quickly. That orb attack will be enough damage, but Snaking's on the front lines. Yule steps over onto the Undying. Diamond's at least managed to get 2 steals in from the Decay. But there's just no more to be had. 30 life points over on this Faceless Void, and he'll be able to get a lot of that back just by hitting the creep wave from the bottom. And Exorcism, well, it was used in the bottom tower, so they won't have it to force high ground just yet. But Na'Vi US are in a very commanding position. And Brax is okay, he's coming back towards the mid too. He needs to group up for the mana. Like they need to trigger. I think Korok is actually waiting for him to come in. Actually, okay, they say screw it. Brewmaster could try and clap the Void in the bottom lane, but he's already up to half of his life points, and if he backtracks the initial clap, then they've already lost the kill and they're probably overcommitted themselves. And Void also now has Chrono back off cooldown. And Snaking in 25 seconds will have the same. And what's coming out? We've got a second rod of Owie coming out. This one's going to be over on the Krob. They just start kiting out TBG. Which is fair enough considering they are running, well, I'm not going to say the fastest heroes in the game, but there's no blink heroes in the game. No natural, like, ability blink heroes. You know, the one from the Brewmaster, but Brewmaster blinks in. You slow him down once with Concussive Shot, then you got 2 rods of Owie. That's all you really need. This will just come down to one last fight. Maybe they can find it. Korok, nope. Chrono actually hit on 3. The Brewmaster on the back lines, but that is just... Well, this is TBG just having a little bit of fun. The second they thought they could have a crack at Korok, it was, yeah, too late. Blink, clap, maybe one last kill, but then Shallow Grave, they're going to kill up the Fire Breathing, which means all the damage is lost, but the game is lost. The game was lost from the very, very start. So, yeah, GG. GG. Wrapping up the game. Na'Vi US will take the victory, and we'll be having ourselves a short break. We have 25 minutes until the scheduled starting time of the next round. We might be starting a little bit sooner than that. As far as the games we're covering for today, Team Coast will be coming up next, going up against a team called JV Duvum. I don't know how to... It's a very complicated name. And then Power Rangers versus Seaside. That'll be the last games coming up here from the qualifier. But for all the details, you can check out joindota.com. We had a news post about this one for iLeague schedules and the more released. If you want to see the full schedule for the qualifiers, there is a for more information, click here button over